Lockdowns and restricted access to sporting facilities have interrupted athletes' pre-Olympic training, and the postponing of the Games has raised concerns about qualification timetables and the ability to travel internationally without getting the illness. In Tokyo, their families and friends are unable to cheer them on from the stands, and their movements are severely restricted. For security considerations, the US women's gymnastics team avoided the hustle and bustle of the athletes' village and stayed at a neighboring hotel, which takes the luster off an Olympic experience. Athletes were already dealing with new and unusual demands as a result of the pandemic before they arrived in Tokyo. They had to figure out how to train during lockdowns and qualify for the world's biggest sports event without jeopardizing their own or their families' or community's health. It's been a rough path since 2019, said Russian Olympic Committee gymnast Angelina Melnikova, who won gold in the women's team event by defeating the United States. Our training base was closed when we learned that the Games had been postponed due to the pandemic. We spent a year and a half in quarantine and training at that time. Covid-19 was contracted by other athletes on their route to Tokyo, at the Games, or in the early phases of the epidemic, threatening to disrupt their years of arduous preparation for the Olympics. I got COVID twice in the last year, Dean explained. An Olympic gold was a million miles away as I sat alone in my flat. Oh Sang-guk, a South Korean saber fencer who had been hospitalized for a month due to the virus, faded in his quarter-final against Georgian Sandro Bazadze, losing 15-13. I feel like my physical strength has weakened, Oh told Reuters before his quarter-final on Saturday. But every time I think about that, I feel my confidence eroding. Olympians, like countless others around the world, have lost loved ones to the virus. Sunisa Lee, Biles' teammate who won 3 medals at the 2019 World Championships, lost both her aunt and uncle to the pandemic while training for Tokyo. As a coach, I see a human being with social challenges in the back of my mind.